China's vast and diverse territory endows the country with some of the most beautiful natural scenery on Earth. From the picturesque karst landscape in Guilin and Yangshuo to the precipitous pillars in Zhangjiajie, from the Rainbow Mountains in Zhangjiajie to the Holy Highland of Tibet, China's diverse natural beauty is as impressive as it is splendid culture. Guilin. Guilin is a city in southern China known for its dramatic landscape of limestone karst hills. At its center are two lakes, Shanhu, cedar, and Ronghu, banyan, remaining from a medieval-era moat that once surrounded the city. Boats travel through these and other lakes via connected rivers. On Shanhu Lake's shore, twin pagodas, the sun and moon, light up the sky at night. Guilin has always been a handicraft center, but until 1949 the only signs of modern industry were a thermal power plant, a cement works, and some small textile mills. Guilin is also a cultural center. As a major center of Buddhism in the 7th century, it had many famous monasteries. Wangshen, Yellow Mountain. Wangshen, literally meaning the Yellow Mountains, is a mountain range in southern Anhui Province in eastern China. It was originally called Yishan, and it was renamed because of a legend that Emperor Xuanyuan once made alchemy here. Wangshen is a frequent subject of traditional Chinese paintings and literature, as well as modern photography. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of China's major tourist destinations. The area is well known for its scenery, sunsets, peculiarly shaped granite peaks, Wangshen pine trees, hot springs, winter snow and views of the clouds from above. Zhangjiajie, precipitous pillars. Zhangjiajie, a city in the northwest of China's Hunan province, is home to the famed Wulingyuan Scenic Area. This protected zone encompasses thousands of jagged quartzite sandstone columns, many of which rise over 200 meters, as well as caves filled with stalactites and stalagmites. Wulingyuan also encompasses forests, rivers, waterfalls and two large natural land bridges, as well as endangered plant and animal species. Spring is a good time because of the vigorous forests and seas of clouds. It is more relaxing during this season, with fewer people around. If you want to escape the hustle and bustle, this may be the best season for you. Lijiang, an ancient town with awesome natural beauty. Lijiang, a city in the northwest part of China's Yunnan province, is home to the Naxi and several other ethnic minority groups. A commercial center in the 1300s, its old town encompasses cobblestone streets, canals and central market square with shops and restaurants. Black Dragon Pool has famed views of the Jade Dragon Snow Mountain Range, fronted by the moon-embracing pavilion. The Baisha Old Town was the political, commercial and cultural center for the local Naxi people and other ethnic groups for 450 years from the year 658 AD to 1107 AD. The Dabaoji Palace of the Baisha fresco, very close to the Baisha Naxi Handmade Embroidery Institute, was built in the year 658 AD in the Tang dynasty, 618 AD to 907 AD. Shangri-La, the Holy Meili Snow Mountains. Haba Snow Mountain is a mountain rising above the northwest side of Tiger Leaping Gorge in Yunnan, China. It rises opposite the higher Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, and towers 3,500 meters above the upper reaches of the Yangtze River, Jinsha River. The summit of the mountain is a popular destination for amateur mountaineers and its lowest slopes are crossed by the popular Tiger Leaping Gorge Trail. Its massif is considered the southernmost extent of the expansive Shaluli Mountains, themselves a component range of the Hengduan Mountains. Haba Snow Mountain is a mountain rising above the Mount Everest due to Himalaya orogeny located in the southeast of Shangri-La. Haba means golden flower in Naxi language. Legend has it that Haba Snow Mountain and the Jade Dragon Snow Mountain is two brothers. The Jinsha River is flowing between them, thus forming the Tiger Leaping Gorge. The brother of Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, Haba Snow Mountain, is not as famous as Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, though it is close to it. Because of this, the commercial breath is not so strong that the original ecology has been remained. The world-famous Tiger Leaping Gorge is located between the Haba Snow Mountain and the Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, and the gorge is several decameters deep. And you can hear the roar of Langkang River running from the bottom. Tibet. Lofty mountain splendor. Tibet, on the lofty Tibetan Plateau on the northern side of the Himalayas, is an autonomous region of China. It's nicknamed the "Roof of the World" for its towering peaks. It shares Mount Everest with Nepal. Its capital, Lhasa, is site of hilltop Potala Palace, once the Dalai Lama's winter home, and Jokhang Temple, Tibet's spiritual heart, revered for its golden statue of the young Buddha. Tibet is the highest region on Earth, with an average elevation of 4,380 meters, 14,000 feet. Located in the Himalayas, the highest elevation in Tibet is Mount Everest, Earth's highest mountain, rising 8,848.86 meters, 29,032 feet, above sea level. Before the 1950s, Tibet was largely isolated from the rest of the world. It constituted a unique cultural and religious community, marked by the Tibetan language and Tibetan Buddhism. Little effort was made to facilitate communication with outsiders, and economic development was minimal. Tibet's incorporation into the People's Republic of China began in 1950 and has remained a highly charged and controversial issue, both within Tibet and worldwide. Many Tibetans, especially those outside China, consider China's action to be an invasion of a sovereign country, and the continued Chinese presence in Tibet is deemed an occupation by a foreign power. The Chinese, on the other hand, believe that Tibet has been a rightful part of China for centuries and that they liberated Tibet from a repressive regime in which much of the population lived in serfdom. There is truth in both assertions, although public opinion outside China, especially in the West, has tended to take the side of Tibet as an independent, or at least highly autonomous, entity. There is no question, though, that the 14th Dalai Lama, Tibet's exiled spiritual and temporal leader, Zhangjiajie, Rainbow Mountains. Some people believe that God overturned his palette, and the out of a fairy tale Zhangjiajie landform formed. While for geologists, they praise the Zhangjiajie landform as one of the greatest masterpieces of our mother planet. As for tourists, you really have to visit this incredible natural wonder, and do some real photography here if possible. On the year 2000, a journalist and a farmer Lei Yixing in Lies County found the magical Zhangjiajie landform and reported on the newspaper. People were all shocked after seeing the photos, and this amazing landform attracted many visitors to explore this rare landscape. At present, this magic land has become a popular tourist attraction. Zhangjiajie Landform Geographical Park, Zhangjiajie Landform Geopark for short, and was listed as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2009. Zhangjiajie Landform Geopark is famous for the spectacular colorful mountain range of rock formation, with mixed colors of red, yellow, blue, white, green. It took more than 24 million years of arduous deposition of mineral settlings with different colors to form layers. As time passed by, these weighty rock layers were condensed into rock mountains, and then a slight and slow ripple from the impact between Indo-Australian and Eurasian continental shelves wrinkled the mountains into some incredible fluctuation. At the same time, wild, rain, sunlight and time together sculpted the mountains' extraordinary shapes with different colors, patterns and sizes: towers, palaces, stage, pillars, ravines. Kanas Lake in North Xinjiang. Kanas Lake is a lake in Altai Prefecture, Xinjiang, China. The lake is located in a valley in the Altai Mountains, near the very northern tip of Xinjiang and the autonomous region's borders with Russia, Kazakhstan and Mongolia. The lake was formed around 200,000 years ago during the Quaternary period as a result of glacier movement. The crescent moon-shaped lake has an estimated water storage capacity of 53.8 billion cubic meters, coupled with an average depth of around 120 meters. Hemu village, surrounded by mist in the morning, is much famous scenery in Kana. It is one of the 3 residences of the Tuva Mongol in China. The Tuva Mongol of Hemu village lives in frame houses half buried in the ground to resist the chillness of winter. Religious and traditional festivals are always jolly and busy, while the landscape tempts every visitor to come back to experience the wildness of nature. On the year 2000, a journalist and a farmer Lei Yixing in Lais County found the magical Zhangjiajie landform and reported on the newspaper. People were all shocked after seeing the photos, and this amazing landform attracted many visitors to explore this rare landscape. Kanha's National Geopark belongs to the cold temperate zone. It forms a unique climate feature because it is located in Eurasia's hinterland, away from the ocean. The latitude is higher, and the relative height difference is vast, and the terrain is complex. For several centuries there have been sightings of large lake creatures in the waters. The fish could be 10 to 15 meters long and weigh more than 4 tons, with total population in excess of 50 individuals. Hangzhou. Hangzhou, the capital of China's Zhejiang province, is the southern terminus of the ancient Grand Canal waterway, which originates in Beijing. Its West Lake, celebrated by poets and artists since the 9th century, encompasses islands, reachable by boat, temples, pavilions, gardens and arched bridges. On its south bank is 5-story Leifeng Pagoda, a modern reconstruction of a structure built in 975 AD. As a famous scenic city in China, Hangzhou attracts more than 20 million domestic and foreign tourists every year. Hangzhou is known for its natural beauty of West Lake worldwide. Above is paradise, below is Suzhou, and Hangzhou expresses people's indeed praise to Hangzhou. In the Yuan dynasty, the famous Italian traveler Marco Polo described this city as the finest and most splendid city in the world. Hangzhou is the hometown of sweet osmanthus. The West Lake is one of the 5 biggest sweet osmanthus watch places in China. First-class flower. Sweet osmanthus is one of the 10 biggest precious flowers in China. In the golden autumn, the pavilion-bund cassia bark tree with its flowers blooming 10,000 yellow spots. The cassia bud falls from the moon. The fragrance flutters out of clouds. The light yellowish sweet osmanthus has exaggerated Hangzhou with the deep inside story of 2 big cultures, Wu and Yu, and has exaggerated the happiness of Hangzhou's person. Hangzhou, elusive rusticity and optimal moisture, is rich of scented camphor trees. The ancient camphor trees are elegant in groups, thousands of leaf layers, falling their shade everywhere. At the cusp of spring and summer, the green small flowers split the full branches. The light breeze delivers the fragrance and gladdens the heart. That tranquilness, that warmth and that smooth have sublimated this gentle cultural old city. That intensity, that fearless and that share thrive have revealed this fast-moving cultural old city as well. Yuanyang is a county located in southern Yunnan, lying down on the southern back of Red River. The breathtaking terraces cascade down the slopes of the towering Ailao Mountains to the banks of the Hong River, where is settlement of Han ethnic people. They are mainly good at agriculture, and the terraced fields are hewn from the rolling topography by the Han throughout hard work. Yuanyang Rice Terrace is in remote, which is hard to be disturbed by culture from outside and reserve pure ethnic culture. The breathtaking landscape is treasure who loves nature. As a multi-minority habit, there are 7 ethnic groups separately: Han, Yi, Dai, Miao, Yao, Zhuang, and Han. These ethnic cultures come together and let Yuanyang become a place with very folk customs without too much disturbance from the outside. Ranking as one of the top terraced fields in the world, the Yuanyang terraced field is famous for the magnificent scenes and boundless area. When sunrise, the field will be immersed in the fog, which is a fairyland on the ground. When in the sunset, all the fields are covered by golden silk, which is more like a masterpiece by a master. It is hard to find out a suitable word to describe the amazing land. It is hard to find out a photographer to restore the color of this land on the image totally. If you are a traveler, Yuanyang may show her depressing towards you if you miss the tour there. If you are a photographer, the god may be sad for you if you have no chance to there. Yuanyang terraced field is the cultural essence passed by generations. The large area of the field could not be built just in a night. Each part of this field is a page of the history book related to the Han ethnic group. Zhuozeguao, colorful alpine lakes. Zhuozeguao National Park is a network of valleys in China's Sichuan province. In the northern Shuzheng Valley, Nuorilong waterfall cascades from the edge of a large tree-fringed lake. The Zaru Monastery is a place of worship for the park's Tibetan villages. In the south, Rise Valley's mountains are covered with ancient forests. Fallen trees are scattered on the bottom of the striking, multicolored five-flower lake. After the earthquake in 2017, it fully reopened in September 2021. So far, only Chinese and expats in China can visit it with a negative nucleic acid test report, travel code, and green health code. Entrance tickets should be booked 1 week in advance. Water, the soul of Zhuozeguao, gives it an enchanting beauty. The lakes in Zhuozeguao are crystal clear and green all year round, surrounded by ancient trees and flowers. More than 40% of Zhuozeguao's lakes and ponds are situated in Shuzheng Valley. For a short visit, you're suggested to visit Panda Lake, Five Flowers Lake, Arrow Bamboo Lake, Pearl Beach Waterfall, and Mirror Lake. Walking among those attractions takes about 2 to 3 hours with photo stops. Multicolored and famous, Five Flowers Lake is named after the flamboyant algae in the water. With colors of goose yellow, black-green, russet brown, magenta, and emerald green, these lakes are like a tapestry of multicolored brocade. You can walk up to Tiger Mouth Platform to overlook the lake. Giant pandas used to love living near Panda Lake in Zhuoze Valley, hence its name. They went there to drink, have fun, and look for food. Thanks to the great quality of water, fish can be seen in this clear lake, even some rare species. Long Lake is the largest lake at the highest altitude in the park. At the upper end of Zekawa Valley, the lake is surrounded by snowy mountains and cedars. It never floods nor dries up. Following the wooden plank path, you can walk down to the lakeside, and enjoy the peace of this dark blue lake. Snow-capped mountains, verdurous trees, changing clouds, all reflects in the lake and make a breathtaking oil painting visit. China's vast and diverse territory endows the country with some of the most beautiful natural scenery on Earth. From the picturesque karst landscape in Guilin and Yangshuo to the precipitous pillars in Zhangjiajie, from the Rainbow Mountains in Zhangjiajie to the holy high